Hello, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're planning a move, you know that choosing the right moving company is crucial. In today's video, we're going to dive into the key questions you need to ask when hiring a moving company. It's not just cardboard and tape, there is logistics involved. And choosing the right company to guide you through the jungle of relocation can make all the difference between smooth sailing and stress city. Moving can be a daunting task, and we want to make sure you have all the information you need to choose the right moving company for your need. So let's get started. The first set of questions is about researching the company that you want to use to do your moving. Before you even contact them, you want to do your due diligence. So do check out their website, see if they have one. Have they been in business for a while, or have they just started? Which isn't necessarily bad for either one, but you do want to know. And what are their customer reviews like, or have they even bothered to get reviews and publish them? Are they licensed and insured? These questions lay the foundation for a smooth moving experience. And you want to make sure that they are legit. Do they actually have a business, or did they just throw a website up and wait for somebody to call them and fall for their advice? Verify their license and insurance. Contact the city or the county, wherever they're licensed and insured, and make sure that they are actually have the information to back them up. So if you do get damaged goods during your move, you know that you can contact them to actually put a claim in and make sure that you have someone to go over their head if they're not following the contract that they signed. Let's talk about the services the moving company provides. It is important to be crystal clear to you and have a conversation between the two of you and know what's included in your package and what is included in the price that they're giving you. Sometimes packing is included, and if you don't have time to do your move, it may be something that you want to hire out and ask them to do for you. You know, who knows, maybe they have somebody that's just been there so long and is just perfect at packing because they know exactly how to package just the right way, and maybe you have a lot of fragile items and maybe you don't want to take them. So make sure that you do have a detailed conversation with them and explain to them what kind of things that they'll be moving, so they're prepared when they make that estimate. Even if they don't, sometimes they come to your home, sometimes you just talk to them over the phone. So you do want to make sure that all the packing services, if they're included, and how much extra they are there any storage options? Are they going to just take you from your old home to your new home? Do they put it in storage for a while? Do they have storage options in case that you're going to be going overseas, or you're just going to rent for a while before you want to move all of your stuff into a new place? So lots of places have those like pods. And are there any additional fees or hidden costs? You know, maybe there's some things that are normal to them that they're added on every time, but it may be a surprise to you when you get the bill. So make sure you understand the full extent of the services they're providing and what's added on, so you're prepared when you do get the bill in the end. Your belongings are valuable, both to your heart and monetarily. So you want a trustworthy crew handling your move. So you want to ask these questions about the actual movers, the people that are actually going to show up. Maybe they don't know the actual person that's going to show up, but they should overall know about their crew. Do they do background checks on your moving crew? You don't want just anybody showing up and moving your valuable items, and maybe they won't make it on the truck. And also, do they work for the company, or are they contracted out? Are they subcontractors? And how do they handle the fragile or valuable items? Are they trained how to actually pack things? Or do they just have really basic training about not hurting themselves when they move all the heavy stuff? So you do want to know exactly all the training and backgrounds that they get for everybody. Knowing who will be in your home and how they handle your possessions is vital. A moving day is already chaotic enough. You don't want to have to worry about people throwing stuff around or not knowing what they're doing. And that's why you're doing this investigation into this moving company. So make sure that you do know about their training, their experience, and their policies on handling your stuff. Do they treat the furniture with the respect it deserves, or they just fling it around? Moving day shouldn't be a game of telephone tag with your moving company. So ask about their communication protocols. How will they keep you updated on the progress, especially if things get hairy? Does a truck break down? Do the movers get sick? Is there a weather problem? There's all kinds of reasons that it could be delayed. So knowing that you're in the loop can calm even the most stressed out mover in training. So the questions to ask is, what's their process for handling the delays? How do they track your belongings during transit? Because they may be able to pick it up without any delays, but somewhere between your house, your old house, and your new house might be a problem. So you're going to want to know that. And what's the timeline for the move? How many days is it going to take to load? How many days is it going to take to travel? How many days is it going to take to unload? And along with that, when are you going to pay the payment along that way? So because you might not want to pay them completely ahead. Understanding those logistics ensure a well-planned and stress-free moving day, and that's what we all want. Let's talk about financials. Moving estimates can be as cryptic as hieroglyphics, so get multiple quotes and ask how they calculate those costs so that you can do a straight line comparison. Is it based on hourly wages for the movers? Is it distance based? Or is it some mystical blend of the moon phase and the price of avocados today? So you do want to be clear on what's included, because those hidden fees can really add up and turn your budget into a confetti explosion. What's the payment structure? When do you start? When do you finish? Is a deposit required, and when is it required? At what point in your moving phase? Can you get a detailed estimate in writing? This gives you a chance to really get a clear understanding of the financial aspects of your move and helps you avoid any surprises and ensures a smooth transition. I've had plenty of people that get into this part of the moving phase and get those quotes, even put a deposit down, and still have the companies change the price when they show up on moving day, when they call to verify the moving. So just be really careful when you pay those deposits or get financially involved. So why am I talking about questions to ask moving companies? Not only am I a homeowner who has moved multiple times with my family, I'm also an Arkansan and a realtor with Ozark Gateway Realty. So make sure you hit subscribe and get notified of any new videos we have coming out very soon, as well as join our community of homeowners so you can stay on top of any tips and insights that will be coming your way. Remember that insurance that we talked about way back at number 1? Well, now we're going to get into a little more details on that. Make sure that you ask for a copy of the moving company's coverage so that you do know what's covered, what's not covered. Is it your breaking of your materials? It is only the workers, it is only their truck. Just make sure that you know exactly what you're paying for, because you'll probably get charged extra for it. What kind of hoops do you have to jump through to actually make a claim when there is a damage? Don't let the insurance jargon leave you scratching your head. Make sure you ask questions if you don't understand. And get it in writing, plain and simple, so you know exactly what you're covered for. Stuff is going to happen on moving day. You try to be prepared for it, but you can't be because you don't know what's going to happen. Cars break down, weather gets weird, and sometimes your great aunts decide to donate all their poodles instead just before the move. So make sure that you think about these contingencies and ask the moving company how they could affect your deposit. What if your closing date gets moved? What if the date is changed? Is there a charge to change the date with a moving company? Even if your date doesn't move on your closing date, the people that are buying your house and selling their house may have a closing date, which is going to affect your closing date. So you just want to ask that up front. What about if I need to change the date? And if there is a cut-off date when you can get your deposit back? If once you pay that deposit, is it gone? Or is there an instance where you could get it back? Is there any extra charge if there's a delay in transit? Or do they give you a credit if it's their fault for having a delay in transit and you get there and you don't have any of your stuff? So these are all good extra questions to ask. Make sure that company does have a contingency plan in place for any delays or any extra changes. Flexibility is key with that moving company. So when the ones that can roll with the punches are really worth their weight in gold, or at least packing peanuts. Well, there you have it, folks, a comprehensive list of questions to ask when hiring a moving company. Moving can be overwhelming, but with the right information, you can make an informed decision. Before you hand over the keys to your old place and entrust your precious belongings to some random dudes in muscle shirts, let's arm ourselves with the knowledge to land the moving MVP. Because let's face it, some movers out there are smoother than freshly waxed hardwood, while others, well, let's just say they can struggle to navigate a door, let alone their entire life. So if you found these tips helpful, check out this video where we dive deeper into moving with pets. Thanks for watching and have a blessed day.